In a studio that's in a basement comes the epic story of how two friends changed the future of the movie podcast game forever. The reviews are in. Boys Life magazine gives the High Sci podcast 4.5 acorns. The Daily Bugle says, these guys are super legit. And Pope Francis declares the podcast as life-affirming. From the kid who tried to get smart with David Spade and got fucking old.
You're still out. You're still bad.
And the guy who can name all four Baldwin brothers.
Alec, William, Daniel, and the baby boy, Stephen.
Live from the studio of his parents' basement. The Have You Seen It podcast.
Welcome back to the Have You Seen It podcast. My name is Mason Knight, and that over there is Cash Kraus. How you doing, Cash?
Not too bad. How's quarantine life treating you, Mace?
You know, same old, same old.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It's the same old every single day.
Oh, same old song and dance, man. It doesn't change much.
We are living in a Groundhog Day scenario where we wake up and it's just the same day.
Yeah.
April, May. They
doesn't
don't
matter. What
Wednesday, Tuesday.
Yeah, what are days?
What the fuck? Weekends?
They don't know.
What are weekends anymore?
Every day's a weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you look forward to Saturday for?
You don't.
You could do it Monday.
Yeah.
You could do it any day. Depressing.
In some ways. In some ways it is.
But something that's good is there's a lot of content being released right now. You know what I just watched was the first 2 episodes of the Michael Jordan doc.
Yeah.
The Last Dance. Oh, that is
I heard
good.
it's amazing. I heard it's really good.
Really well done. Really good. Shows you insights that you didn't even know at all.
Yeah.
Man. They treated them like shit, the fucking Bulls.
Did they?
After winning 5 championships, they wanted to rebuild the whole team.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, it's crazy. Wow. Yeah, Michael Jordan's sitting there. He's like, we just won a championship.
Hello.
They're
Yeah.
like, let's not change anything. And they're like, it's rebuild time.
That is strange.
The GM was a really weird kind of fucking little tiny short. His name was actually Jerry Krause, ironically. But he was really short, and they all fucking hated him. Yeah. A really short, fat guy, and he hated all the players, and he hated everyone because everyone hated him.
Crazy.
Yeah. And he wanted all attention. They were winning championships, and he wanted the attention. But he was their manager for like 15 years or something. Yeah. Crazy. But it's a great doc. There's only 2 episodes, so if you can, go watch it.
Yeah, I'll go watch it for sure. I'm sure I can find it on ESPN Plus or something.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But
something else we got to bring up, too, is our YouTube channel has grown, literally doubled itself. It's doubled its subscription numbers in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
How you feeling about that?
That is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
It's nice to see a lot, or the most growth we've ever seen. But
in
it's
3
nice
years.
to see it. Yeah, it is. It's
nice
to see for sure. But so thank everyone for subscribing.
Yeah, for sure.
Keep doing that. Keep sharing, and we'll keep putting out content, I guess.
Yes, we will.
Right?
Yeah.
What else can we do in times like these?
I know, right? Got a lot of time on our hands. So.
But we're not here to talk about the Michael Jordan documentary. We're here to talk about a new mini-series by sci-fi writer, director, novelist Alex Garland, The Devs on FX. A sci-fi, a really weird
FX
fucking
on
show.
Hulu.
It's on FX also, the show, too.
Okay, so I want to ask you a question then.
Yes.
How are they able to get away with nudity on
you can get away
FX?
with... I mean, if the show... It's not how it used to be. It really depends on the content these days. They really take it case by case for cuss words, because Breaking Bad was able to get away with
a lot of
F words.
Yeah, that's true.
Way more than any other, and that kind of broke the ground. So it's really it's not like you can have 2. When people say you can only have 2 F words, it's not. It's a case by case basis for movies and TV. So so if it's for the content and it's like it's subtle, they're not doing full frontal, and it's not 90%.
That's very true.
And it's not like a show about porn or something like that, where it's not the main subject is nudity. But they can get away with quite a bit,
I guess, on TV.
I'm guessing that's how you get someone like Alex Garland to do a TV show for your channel. You're not going to get him by saying, we're going to have to censor you.
Yeah, we're going to have to PG this. We're going to have to censor everything.
Because he's got no reason just to say, I'm just not going to do it. No. Like, he could probably could have made this into a movie. And
this is, we've watched, we're going over episodes 1 through 4 today. And man, what a series this has been so far.
I fucking love this show.
Yes. This show is really good.
I love it. And I wasn't sure if I was going to love it by the first episode, but man.
That's what I thought,
by the end of
too.
the second episode, I thought, oh my God, I'm going to fucking love the show. Because it's so smart. And every time you think it's going to go somewhere, it goes in an opposite direction.
It does.
Flies out. And it keeps you guessing the entire time. And every time I think, oh, this is stupid, they're going to do this, it doesn't end up doing it. It ends up doing the smart decision. And I fucking love that. But we should have known because we've seen stuff from Alex Garland before. You know, Annihilation. I fucking
love it.
love. And Ex Machina was fucking
Ex Machina
amazing.
was incredible.
Who the main chick, Sonoya Mizuno.
Yes.
That's for sure right on. She was in Ex Machina. She's been in a ton of stuff, but she's amazing in this. But man, how good is this show?
It's incredible. Honestly, I felt the same way after episode 1, or about, there was like 15 minutes left of episode 1, and I'm like, man, this is starting out slow. I don't know if this is going to be that good.
Yeah.
And then it kicks off, man.
It
kicks off after the introductions of the characters, and you figure out what the hell's going on. You are totally invested in this show, like right away. And it sucked for me, Cash, to not be able to watch episodes 5 through 8 for these last couple of days, because that's all I wanted to do.
Right around the 50-minute mark of the first episode, it blows up. It goes fucking crazy. And then immediately you know, oh, okay, it's going to be this kind of fucking show.
Yep.
But should we get into it?
Yeah, let's jump into this.
We gotta talk about Nick Offerman for one. He's fucking
phenomenal in this.
Man, he's so good.
And emotional too. Very emotional.
He's such a good actor. Wide range. Such a good actor,
A very wide range in this.
All right, let's get into episode 1. Titled Episode 1. Gotta love Alex Garland. Quick.
Original. To the point.
Yep. Nothing special about that. So it involves the Sergey is the first character we meet. And he's employee of a tech company, and the company is Amaya. And it's just a generic Silicon Valley, Google type
company
where you don't really know what the fuck's going on. You don't know what they do.
And there's levels to this. There's levels. You don't know what. You don't know if you're getting the high-end clearance all the time.
And what's great about any Alex Garland anything is it's set in the future, quote, but it's like it's a super near future, and it never tells you that it's
what it is.
Yeah, it never tells you how far advanced, but you know it's just advanced of but it's subtle, you know. It's not flying cars and jetpacks and shit like that. But immediately you get, because it's in San Francisco based, and immediately you get, the symbolism of all these super rich billion-dollar companies, and there's fucking homeless people everywhere. Like these people that live in these super nice apartments. We get it right at the start. Because the main character, Sergey, literally has to step over a homeless guy leaving his apartment, his big, giant, that probably costs fucking $8,000 a month. At least. I mean, that's at least.
San Francisco, easily.
Because it's a super nice apartment.
Of course.
But it's like a studio, but it's easily $8,000 a month. But just goes to show you, I mean, especially in this kind of future, it's bad now, but now it's fucking worse than ever.
Yeah, the class warfare.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So Sergey works for the employee tech company Amaya, and he's offered a position on the devs team.
Yes, because of his presentation where he was able to take a simple cell and predict it in the future for 10 seconds.
What was it? It was like a nematode or something.
Yeah, it was like one of the most
dumbest fucking
simple
animal. Oh, yeah. Anyone can predict those fuckers. But yeah, that was super impressive because he was able to predict 30 seconds.
Yeah, 30 seconds, and then after that, it was starting to get less and less.
It falls apart. Yeah, but basically, the entire first 50 minutes is just fucking TV tech talk. A lot of quantum thrown in there. A lot of quantum computer. A lot of quantum. It means nothing. It means but it literally is the first probably 30 minutes of this. Back and forth, every character, and you're just like, oh my God,
what the hell?
For one, they definitely don't expect me to have a PhD in fucking quantum computing. No. So I know they don't expect me to know what the hell's going on. But that's what the first 30 minutes of this episode turned me off. Was it's just so much you have that fucking TV talk,
For sure, yeah.
It probably means nothing. I mean, it probably has no sense to it.
No, when it has no it probably doesn't have much science behind it either.
No, so yeah. It's just quantum everything, Remember in the early 2000s when everything was nanotechnology? Every bad guy was injecting you with nanobots, and a bomb was going to release. That was the big thing. And in movies, that's all people talked about. Nanotechnology, and it meant nothing. Never meant anything.
Yeah, since that we've moved forward to quantum.
Quantum's
a new thing.
Exactly. I think it does reflect what's happening in the real science world.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like anyone writing it knows anything that's going on.
Nope.
But so he gets this position and on this devs team. And so there's Amaya, and then there's the devs team within Amaya. And it's like 12 people.
Super secretive.
Legit.
Yeah.
No one knows what they do.
Nope.
Super, like, no one can get in this club. No one talks to these guys. They're like the fucking Blue Angels of this business. They're way up. So he gets this job, and Forrest, who's Nick Offerman, he's the CEO and the creator of the company. He invites him in. He shows him the lab. The lab is fucking awesome.
Super nice.
Faraday cage, floating. Super fucking cool.
Oh,
you got to float on a thing to get in there.
It's like an elevator, except it goes sideways.
Yeah.
Right? Like to each
It's
platform.
so it's a vacuum sealed. It's just like a square, and it's like a square within a square.
Yep.
Because it's a Faraday gauge, so it's just got metal, so nothing can get in or out. No signals or anything. So it looks super cool. Again, technology that we just don't. Have. We just
and
don't see it.
awesome set design too.
And it looks good.
Yeah, it looks really
amazing,
good.
especially for a TV show. But so Sergey gets this job, and he has no idea what he's doing.
None.
They give him no information.
Well, they bring him in, and they sit him down at a computer, and he's like, "What am I supposed to do?" And they go, "Just look at the code, and you'll figure it out.
You'll fucking get it."
You'll get it.
And Sergey's like, "That's really fucking weird." He's like,
He's getting a little uncomfortable at this point. He's like, I
would rather just you could maybe clear instructions of what my job is.
You're paying me a lot of money not to just sit here and, I'm going to get fired if I don't get enough work done. What's going on? This is the worst.
I get it's a real creative kind of workspace. So you can do whatever you want, but I'm more of the guy that needs clear instructions on what to do.
The leadership here is in question because I have no idea.
But it doesn't take long, maybe 15 seconds for Sergey to read about 2 lines of this code, and he runs to the bathroom and throws up.
Yeah. And
when I saw that, I thought,
too.
What the fuck could that have been?
That's what I was thinking.
But when he goes to the bathroom, he looks at his watch. He's got an analog watch, and he times the seconds on it. Spy shit for sure. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, anyone that's got an analog watch like that, the one that's got all the fucking buttons, you're a spy. It's got like 8 different gadgets in it. It shoots like a laser.
It's like Inspector Gadget. He's just shooting.
Yeah, it's got a grappling hook. Like that's
like
100%. You don't have to be a genius to figure that out. But yeah, he does that, and he runs out. He runs out of the building, which
never a good sign. If you're trying to sneak out of a building, don't run past it, people.
Yeah.
It's just not good.
But whatever he saw fucked him up.
It did.
Fucked him
really fucked him
bad.
Yes.
And he as soon as he leaves, he's confronted by Forrest. And Forrest tells him during this job, you can leave, you can come, you can do whatever the fuck you want. There's no rules. There's no clocking in. Because once people like sit down, it's obvious they're fucking. They can't leave. They're obsessed with it. But so he runs out, confronted by Forrest. Forrest immediately knows.
I love that scene though when he's running and then all the lights come on and it's just Forrest standing
The
there.
trees are fucking awesome. That kind of set design, that's got to come straight from fucking Asgard because it looks like something out of Annihilation or X-Mach. The trees with the rings around them.
It's
When I first saw
super
that, I was
cool.
like, what the fuck is that? And it makes it look like when it's really dark and those rings, it makes it look like it's like a portal or something. You can't see the top of the trees. Super fucking future trees, man. I'm looking forward to that. They give Wi-Fi off.
Oh, absolutely. All those, they're pinging everything. You're getting cell service everywhere.
They got 8G running in there with those trees fucking.
It's crushing.
So Forrest confronts him, says, "You're stealing my shit." And Sergey's like, no. He's like, "I know about your stupid fucking super spy watch."
Yeah, he goes, "You're trying to be slick, pal." Yeah, slick.
And Sergey, he's freaking out at this point, and he runs away.
I love before he runs away, though, the little monologue Nick Offerman gave him, Forrest gives him, about how it's predictable programming.
Oh, yeah.
You knew you were going to do this. It's not your fault. It's how you were raised, how you were brought up that led you to this moment. And then,
Which once you start thinking about it, it's a mind fuck. Because you're like, once you get in, we'll bounce around, but Forrest knew all this was going to happen. He hired him knowing it was going to happen no matter what.
Exactly.
But they get into that kind of thing where it's like, it's already and they can't stop it.
No, it's predestined.
Exactly, yeah. So So they knew immediately. So Forrest runs out and they kind of ambush him. Like, Forrest, what the fuck? I mean, or not, Sergey.
Sergey.
Yeah, Forrest ambush. He's like, Sergey, what the fuck? We know everything. Sergey's like, well, I don't know how you know. Takes off. He gets tackled by head of security, Keaton.
Yeah.
And that guy, fucking, no matter how advanced technology gets, you can't beat a plastic Walmart bag over the head.
No.
It always does the job.
And
9 times out of 10.
This scene was so good too. 'Cause
Brutal.
It wasn't it wasn't just your average TV death where it was like, 10 seconds and he's dead. They let this
goes on forever.
It goes on,
And they don't cut away
a minute
either.
and a half. No, and you watch this man suffocate to death, but it brings you more into the story. It's more realistic. I appreciated it. And the way that they were able to choreograph that. It looked great.
You didn't think it was coming? I thought Sergey was, because one, I did not know very much going into the show.
Nor did
But
I.
I thought Sergey was going to be the main fucking guy.
I think that's what anyone who watched the show would have thought.
I thought, man,
Is
we're
that
going to
Sergey
stick it out with
was
this
the
guy.
lead.
He's getting in this new fucking job. But you knew there's something special about his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the camera lingered on her just a little
little
too long.
bit. Yeah, a little.
You knew, and it showed her with her friends and stuff. And that's where we're going to get into. Sergey's got a girlfriend, Lily. She works at Amaya also.
She does.
They're double dipping, you know.
She's in the encryption division.
Yep, they're in 2 different divisions.
And we notice too when she's with her friends that she is incredible, remarkable with numbers and remembering algorithms and stuff. So
Again,
she's like
just
a super genius.
a bullshit TV way of showing, this chick's really smart. They had to do it some way. And then what are they just doing?
Reciting pi or something.
Not even
as many numbers as you can.
I thought it was prime numbers or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Prime
pretty
numbers.
sure
Yeah,
prime,
I don't know.
Which is not even that impressive because you can just memorize that.
that,
For a long time. But anyway, she's super smart. That's what we're saying. Very quick and just a cool all around chick.
Right. Yeah.
But he gets a job and she's like, I don't want to know anything about it. Come home, don't tell me anything. What a fucking weird, really weird, rough girlfriend. Just a girlfriend that you're not really used to. Where she's like, do your own thing, don't tell me anything ever. I don't want to know.
I don't want to see your phone. Yeah. We're good. Actually, everything is fine.
Stay late, stay out as long as you want. Don't call me. Don't give me any information. I don't want to fucking know. And he's like, sure.
Okay.
He's like, that actually works out pretty well.
Sign me up.
That works out pretty well for me.
It does.
So Sergey disappears. Lily's freaking out about this. She's calling everyone. It's been like a couple of days, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of days, and they get footage. They show the footage to Lily, and it's him just walking off
Randomly. Just walking off campus.
Creepy, yeah. Yeah, they show him go out of the fucking devs, and, it's good footage. It looks good.
It looks real good.
So she's like, and they ask her, like, is that him? And she goes, oh, yeah, that's definitely
For sure him.
Yeah. And then a couple days go by or whatever, and they call her in. Or she goes to work, and there's some, like, big crowd or something like that, and they call her in, and they say they have footage of Sergey, and it's him going down, and they have this...
And this is 24 hours later.
Yeah, and they have this giant 1,000-foot statue that I'm guessing is
Amaya.
Forrest's daughter, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's the creepiest fucking... It's
not.
It's not like she's like this, and she's like, her face is all
it's like, it kind of looks menacing in the dark when they do the dark shots.
Yeah.
It's like menacing.
Well, when
looking.
he was burned, or I'll tell you, so he goes to like this, because under this giant little girl is like a meeting area,
where
common
you can
ground.
sit and
Yeah,
work
exactly,
and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
He lights himself on fire. Old Buddhist technique. Douses himself in gasoline.
Gallon of gasoline.
Lights that shit on fire, burns up. But like that shot of the light and bouncing off the girl's face in the night, and she's like looking down,
and the eyes were like on fire, and I was like, wow.
You see the
this is
flames
intense.
Yeah, it's crazy. And that's the last 10 minutes of the fucking
It
show.
is.
And Lily's seeing this. She's like, what the fuck? Dad, I can't believe this. She runs down. There's a legit body. It's still there. Not like a lot of tape. Anyone can kind of go up to it, kick the body, see what's going on.
Oh, of course.
After seeing this, she's like, well, fuck, this guy actually died. But he wasn't suicidal, He was super pumped for the dev's job. It doesn't add up. Lily's already not buying it.
No, of course not.
She's like, fuck, all right. She's making everyone seem like, okay, I'm good with it. Goes home, gets in his phone, does what a fucking encryption,
People do, which is a lot of encrypting.
Yeah, just typing keys. Downloads a backup of his phone.
Yep.
Sees that there's this file called Sudoku. She's thinking, what? Sergey fucking
hates Sudoku.
He talked about every goddamn day how much he fucking hated Sudoku. Saw it in a fucking mate. He just said, God, do not bring that into my house.
Yeah,
Made
never.
it clear, not a Sudoku fan.
Not a fan.
But she's like, so what the fuck? She gets into that. It's password protected, the app is.
She tries to enter a password right away. She's wrong. And then it says 2 more tries. And if not correct, data will be wiped.
High stakes for a fucking Sudoku
Very
game.
high. Yeah, I would
This
say
is why
so.
I'm going to lose all my fucking Sudoku levels because of my...
Who knows? He could have been at level 97.
So she's like, yeah, this is fucking weird. And she types in 1 password, gets it wrong. So now she has 2 left. That's not good.
No,
she goes to
never
her
good.
ex-boyfriend.
Who she left for Sergey.
This is kind of
a
brutal.
little awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
And the guy has, I'm so glad, a very realistic reaction. I'm so glad he wasn't like, oh, fuck, I'll help you.
Yeah, I'll help you. Why not?
I got nothing else going on.
He's like, hold on. You want me to help you?
Well, they kind of
the
talk
guy-
about that once they went to this company, she was completely cut off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as soon as she got hired, and I guarantee we're going to start learning, it's some, like, weird cult mentality. Like, I mean, I think that's how it is for a lot of these tech giant, because they have these giant fucking campuses that you basically, they expect you to live on. So I think once you start working there, you just got to cut everyone off, you know? You don't
You have
because
to,
you're
yeah.
working
I mean,
with
your work's too
14-hour days.
important, too,
Exactly,
yeah.
yeah. So,
and I'm sure you're not allowed. I'm sure it's all confidential. You're not allowed to talk about it with anyone.
yeah. So the only person you can ever connect with are people that work there.
Within
So
the facility. Yeah.
it's just like a fucking cult.
It is.
It's exactly.
Yeah.
They're cutting you off and they're making you so you have to rely on people within the group, so you don't have to rely on anyone else. So the next day, or she talks to your boyfriend Jamie, and Jamie's like, "Fuck no, I'm not doing that. I'm not helping you crack your ex-boyfriend's code that you left me for. It doesn't look good. It makes you look like a cuck, Jamie, if you do that." He says, "Hell no." Bounces out of there, and that's pretty much the last of episode 1.
Yep.
Is her seeing Sergey set himself on fire. Pretty brutal. Looks pretty damn good when he set himself on fire.
It does. Yeah.
Looks like what would happen if a dude set himself on fire.
I want to hire that CG, FX artist.
VFX?
Yeah, VFX.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, episode 2, titled, you guessed it,
Episode 2.
Bingo.
Thank you.
Forrest attempts to console Lily, and because Forrest, you can actually get, he was kind of upset that he had to kill people.
Right.
He's not
like a mass murderer who enjoys killing.
He's
people.
not like this comic book bad guy where he's out to fucking eat. But he's on a mission. And the mission is like a mission from God.
Well, not
Quite
only that,
literally.
but I mean, we also know that he has close ties, obviously, to his daughter that appears to be no longer with us.
Oh, she's definitely no longer
She's
with him.
definitely dead.
Yeah. That's what he tells Lily when he's consoling her about Sergey. He says, look, my daughter died. I know the same shit. But he says, I had trouble believing the reality. I thought her dying was impossible. You kind of think that he still thinks that.
He definitely thinks that. I mean,
that
we
he's
see it
maybe living in
episode
some
3.
kind of altar that he just happens to be in the one bad reality. But eventually Lily convinces Jamie, her ex-boyfriend, to crack that fucking program because they kind of talk, they make up, you know. And what's on the program? Fucking
Russian spy stuff.
It's coming out of like Kazakhstan or some
it's some
shit.
like random Russian place, but
And she doesn't want to believe it. I mean, it's very obvious what he's getting at because he's like, yeah, it's coming out of the Russia area. And, you know, he's kind of fucking dancing around it. He doesn't want to come out and just say your boyfriend was a spy.
right, which it's hard
But
to
he's
do.
really dropping heavy hints.
He's
He's like, yeah.
You know,
Again,
encrypted game
Yeah.
messages.
Sergey was Russian, right?
Right?
Yeah, coming out of like Russian territory. And she's like, I don't get it.
She's like, still, I'm confused. Could you enlighten me?
Yeah, and he's like, okay, she's a fucking
He's a
spy.
What else do you want me to say here?
Yeah, and she's like, ugh. But he's like, still she doesn't believe it. He cracks the code. He's like, there's your messages. You can go in there. You can believe it yourself. Read those fucking messages. She ends up doing that. And, yeah, it's a handler. He's got a handler.
Yep.
And the guy's, it's
Anton.
industrial espionage.
Mhm.
It's where spies go and steal secrets of
Other
companies.
people's, companies.
Yeah, not government espionage, but you know, they go hand to hand though. So yeah, so they go, or yeah, what's the handler's name? Anton.
Anton.
Right, and she fucking messages that guy.
Mhm.
And he immediately, I love it. She messages and he goes, Lily? Question mark, and she just starts panic attacking.
Oh, of course. That would be terrifying if they just
Yeah.
knew right away.
But you know, if he's a Russian spy, they know every fucking thing about you and everything that he's
And
ever
everyone
done.
that, anyone that you associate yourself with.
Yeah. So, but yeah, and they say the handler says meet up ? And she says, yeah, let's fucking do it.
Sure.
Why
How
the
does
hell
12:30
not?
lunch sound good?
Not a good call.
No.
And not to even bring a backup.
I know, not to bring anyone
You got to
else.
roll too deep in this situation.
Of course, and you
At
gotta,
least.
Yeah, you got to also realize that the the possibility that you're going to get murdered is pretty
Yes.
high from a
Russian
spy.
spies. They will murder anyone. They'll come to your fucking country and murder you in your front yard. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
And then say peace out.
Yeah, I mean, even if they thought you might have been doing something, I mean, they don't really need hard evidence.
They do not. No, it's not.
It's more of a go with your gut
yeah,
situation.
it's
with
not
the
our
Russians.
judicial system here.
But yeah, so they do that, and she meets up with the handler Anton, and he pretty much tells her everything. He says, "Yeah, he was a spy, but now." He's like, and he says, think about it. You know, does Sergei want to kill himself? He goes, you know, Sergei wanted. She never believed that he fucking killed himself.
Never. No.
He says, yeah, it was the company. Now she's kind of thinking, what the fuck? But Anton really he's real fucking slick.
He is.
He's like, hey, come
why
on,
don't you-
working for me.
Why don't you work for us? Yeah, you know what?
What's your
I
thoughts
like you,
on
Lily.
Russia?
Yeah, he's like, are you cool with the idea of, Russian
a
interference?
Putin fan? Because I got a job that you might really enjoy. And she's kind of not up for this, which
no,
I
not
don't.
at all.
I don't, disagree there. But it's crazy because she's being followed by Kenton, head of security.
Yes.
So they have this meeting. They break up. Ken ends up following the fucking spy. This guy's he's insane.
He is.
And they end up, he just comes right up to the guy.
In the parking garage. Yeah. Just comes
It's
right up
wild.
to him, no problem. He's tailing him.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to shoot you straight because I'm a straight shooter.
Yeah.
We're Americans is what we fucking do. And he's like, I know you're a Russian spy. And he's like, that's bullshit. And he says, basically, leave the girl alone.
Yep.
But Anton, again, really good writing. He's like, fuck you. He's like, you're going to lie to me and tell me that you want her protection? When really, he can, like everyone knows, he's just working for the company.
Of course.
He was going to kill Lily anyways.
Yeah.
But
eventually. And this, Kenton's different than Forrest. Kenton enjoys killing people.
well, Ken's ex something.
Yeah, he's ex-something, yes. Ex-military or something.
Well, definitely military. We just don't know. I mean, special forces in some way or another. But he doesn't give a problem. But an interesting character for sure.
Yes, it is.
A character that you spend a lot of time with, and a character that you wouldn't really
Surprisingly,
think that
a
you
lot
would
of
spend a
time.
lot of time with. But done a really good job. So yeah, he ends up fighting Anton. They get into a crazy fight because Anton just pulls a knife on him, stabs him in the gut.
Stabs him in the
It's an awesome scene. The slow motion, super cool. They get down to it, and Ken eventually just kind of smashes his head against a tire, breaks his neck.
breaks his neck, yeah.
It's a way to do it.
Pulls it out of place. I mean, you hear that.
That's
you know it's
that's
over.
using your environment.
It is using your environment to the best of your
Because
knowledge.
I thought Ken might be fucking dead at the start here.
That's what I thought too. I mean, and that guy was so much younger than him too. You're like, this guy might have the advantage on this old man.
And he pulled a knife on him
And
and,
he stabbed
got
him.
the stab. Yeah, and he's fucking, he must not be KGB, He's not. He's not.
He's not that high up.
No, definitely not because he kind of just gave up. Had the knife on him.
And everything. What a loser.
Yeah, he's a real loser,
Yeah.
I'd say. So yeah, that he ends up killing him, and that's pretty much it. Well, Ken's he breaks his neck, and
And then Lily puts that "fuck you" note because remember he said, "If you ever want to work for me, just move that chair out of the window so I know."
exactly.
And she, at the very end, we see her stick a note on the window that says "fuck you" and then close her blinds.
Yeah, she ain't no spy. She's a
course not.
red-blooded American.
God bless her.
Loves her
She
country,
does.
and that's the end of episode 2.
Yep.
Episode 3, titled Episode 3, starts off fucking awesome. Because remember in this episode, it starts off with the machine. The machine that fucking predicts the future. Remember, it's going, it goes through, they go 2,000 years back. They go
see the-
caveman. They go Joan of Arc. They do a bunch of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Then they see this old fucking Jewish guy hung up on a cross.
Right?
I gotta think.
It's probably Christ.
It's gotta be Jeebus. So he's up there. He's speaking all kind of crazy Latin and shit. And then it's super cool though because it's real grainy. It's like Matrix esque, when they're looking into the computer or whatever.
It feels like a million particles too, like that they haven't entirely put together.
Yeah, so it's
but the
real
picture's getting
grainy,
there.
but it's such a cool scene. Them showing Joan of Arc and her burning. Apparently, she
At a
didn't take
stake.
that well.
No, you can't imagine.
Did it
She was
go
only
down?
19 years old when she was burned at the stake.
Yeah, but you like to
Very
think
young.
maybe she took it without letting her scream, but
No, she screamed. Well, I understand.
Screamed. I feel like anyone burned. Yeah. But and it keeps going forward. It goes like Lincoln and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking awesome. And you immediately think, oh my God, they got some kind of, because by this point we don't know what they got.
No.
They got a quantum computer. We know that.
We
It's
know a
computing
lot of
all
quantum
kinds-
stuff.
Yeah. But we don't know what it does. But right at the start, we immediately get that it's this fucking machine that can predict what happened in the past and what happened in the future. It's nutty.
But they have a rule
Yes.
within Amaya, and that is that you are not allowed to look into the future, only the past.
But guess what? Rules meant to be broken.
They are meant to be broken.
Because I think everyone's fucking breaking that rule.
Of course.
Yeah, because, we know immediately Forrest is breaking it.
Yeah, we do.
So episode 3, Senator Lane, a senator, California senator, whatever, she stops by at the devs, campus.
Yep.
She says, we got to know what you're doing in here. It doesn't look good. You got to let us know because we want that fucking technology. It's the government, baby.
Yeah, and I love
You
the way
got
she
it, we want
phrases
it.
that,
Yeah.
too. And the way she asked questions, the way she was prying and prodding was really smart.
It's just, it's so typical government. Know nothing about it. Got to have it.
Got to have it. And we want it, and we're going to get it.
And we'd want it just because we don't want anyone
Someone
else
else
to
to
have
get
it.
it, yeah.
We will fucking burn this place to the ground to ensure no one. We don't know what you got, but we don't like it.
Well, and, we'll go to literally any lengths. I mean, Operation Paperclip
Yeah,
is a prime example, So it's the same thing even in this show and today that, like, it doesn't matter what it's going to affect or who it is. They want the information, period. Because they don't want someone else to have it before they do.
So Senator Lane, she goes there. She talks to Forrest. She says, Forrest, they're going to call you in for questioning. And she says, you got to tell me what you're working on. He just says straight up, we're working on a prediction machine. And she's like, predict the weather? And he's like, yeah, kind of. I mean, I could. Yeah.
And then she was a smart ass. Like 10 seconds later, she's like, well, what's the weather going to be like tomorrow? It's like,
I like that. What did he say? He goes, I
goes,
think it's going to be nice.
yeah, I think it's going to be nice.
And then it cuts to the next scene. It's really good editing. But yeah, so they kind of go to agreement or whatnot, and I guess he's going to throw her a bone or whatever.
Yes.
Because he knows it doesn't matter. The entire time we know that that nothing fucking matters to him.
Nope.
He talks about it because he knows what's going to happen. He doesn't give a fuck. So Lily goes in because she's super suspicious about Sergey. She goes back to work after like 3 days. That's a clear red flag.
Yeah,
That
you can't be
person's
going
not
back
in
that
the right
fast.
mind.
No, they're not in the right mindset.
And,
Well, she shows up to that meeting with her friends, and she's like, sorry, I'm late. We're like, and they're all looking at each other like, we didn't think you were going to show up.
Yeah, this is fucking.
It's a little more
weird.
awkward for us.
Yeah, I'd rather you didn't
Yeah,
come in.
We
You
got
kinda,
a lot of work to get done.
no
You're
offense,
kind of
but you kind of ruined
distracting.
my day now. Yeah, I mean, now I'm going to be depressed all day. But so she goes in and she talks to her boss.
Mhm.
And this whole time I'm thinking, oh my God, what an idiot this
I know,
girl
why
is.
are you
What
doing
an
this?
idiot. But man, great fucking writing. Because I thought
It's-
there's no way. I'm like, she's no way in the right headspace or whatever to be scheming.
No.
Oh, she'd be scheming.
And you know what? It was
hard.
so cleverly done. The writing for this is like one of the few things where it completely threw me for a
Yeah,
loop.
no idea.
I had no idea. It was brilliant.
So good, and just let's just talk about it. She goes into Ken's office with a coworker who knows her from the past, from New York. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
and they're friends. It's her friend Jen.
Yeah, who I immediately was gonna hate
I thought I was gonna hate her too.
because she goes and talks to the boss because the boss is freaking out because Lily's talking about the Russians and talking about how he was a spy and how the company might have killed him, and the boss is like, "Whoa, this is over my fucking head."
Yeah.
And then the other lady was like, her friend was like, pulled her aside and was like, yeah, I know her. She's got bad schizophrenia.
And
or
she's
whatever.
had an episode before.
Yeah. And she's like, let her go talk to Ken. Let her go up there just to get it off her chest. Because if we stop her now, she's going to go. So I'm thinking, this bitch is going to
Just threw
throw
her
her
friend under
Yeah.
the bus. Yeah.
Are you kidding? And I'm thinking, what? She's schizophrenic. This seems like the opposite of what you should be doing.
Of course, just go along with it.
You
Like
don't,
with their
with someone's
delusions.
illusions, you don't delve deeper into it and be like, oh, you're seeing people? Yeah,
Oh,
follow
perfect.
that.
Yeah. What is Jerry
Oh, he's
saying?
telling you to
kill
hijack a
me?
bus? Yeah.
Perfect. Great idea.
Yeah, it's so immediately you're like, what the fuck is going on? This is bad advice all around. And they go and they talk to Ken, and they say, yeah, we think it's the Russians. They think he's a spy. And Ken's like, he's sitting back at me like, oh my God, this is fucking great. This chick is full on fucking nuts. We can pin anything on her.
Yep.
No one's going to believe this broad. She's already super fucking crazy.
Well, I mean, Kent knows that she's telling the truth, but based upon her prior events of schizophrenia, he's thinking, it's the ace card.
Well, yeah, I know, because it goes in different direction. At first, he's kind of you could see he's not saying anything, but internally he's kind of freaking out because she's like, I think he was murdered, and he's like, oh yeah, you do you?
By who?
Yeah, and she's like, the Russians, and he's like,
Definitely was.
yep,
Yeah.
yep, I
I'm all
know
in
nothing
on that
about
one,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Sounds
100%. It usually is. They usually have some hand in
course.
something. So
sounds like you're onto something, Lily.
let's roll with this, Lily. We know you got problems. We're gonna hear you out on this one, and but basically it ends up because Kenny's still kind of like, can you explain this to me again?
Mm-hmm.
She has this big panic attack. Lily goes outside, goes out into the ledge of like this giant building. They're like 8 floors up. Or
Yeah,
something.
they're pretty high. I mean, definitely high enough to die if you were.
Doesn't look good, and this is why Forrest is giving his tour of like the fucking grounds to the senator. So they see this. He calls Ken and was like, you got a jumper outside your window.
Yeah,
Why
Lily's
do I
up
pay
there.
you?
Yeah, like, what are you doing? You're sitting in your office, and it was so
Look
funny
behind
too.
you dick.
Yeah, you dumbass. Because it's so funny that Jen didn't see or Kenton didn't see her walk across the window because she was standing right next to their window.
Well,
their
yeah,
office
but he
window.
was facing her.
Yeah, that's true.
I
Yeah,
mean,
away.
unless he's got eyes in the back of his head, he probably didn't see
does
it.
at some point.
But yeah, she knew. The friend knew, obviously, because it was the whole fucking plan.
yeah,
So yeah, they get called. Ken, he comes out there. Immediately, this guy is kind of not fucking right because he goes at the edge and he's not scared at all.
no.
She comes out. She's really fucking scared. He walks just straight out there. No fucking problem. This guy doesn't scare. I mean, he's definitely not afraid of heights.
The thing, too, is like she's so unpredictable, and he literally walked in front of her, and I was thinking she could have just pushed you off at any time.
Yeah.
You're really risking it.
Especially
Especially if you believe she's schizophrenic on top of that.
But he
That's
thinks she
taking a
really.
risk.
But at this point, he thinks she is really lost it, and he thinks he is only danger to herself or whatever. So he comes out. He's calm about it,
Very
He-
calm.
He doesn't jump on her, tackle her,
And
or
I
anything
mean,
like that.
it's textbook negotiating, too.
Oh yeah.
Negotiator work. Like, the way he talks her off the cliff was actually pretty good.
The only thing he didn't do was take out a cigarette and give it to her. That's what you always
You
say.
have to give someone a cigarette. Nothing's going to calm him down
Look here,
more.
look, we all got to get out of here, all right? It's the weekend. We all want to go home. Yeah, he diffuses pretty good. And why he's doing this, though, Lily's friend
Jen.
popped the thumb drive into Ken's fucking computer, downloaded some files.
All the security footage, too.
It was all just a ploy.
Yep.
Lily's not fucking crazy like a fox.
Yeah.
Because she did the whole thing just to get him out of the office, just for her to.
And I love this sequence of events and the way that this was shot too, because then Kenton goes to Force and he's like, "We've got the ace card, we've got everything. She's got a prior schizophrenia," and he's like, "How did we miss that? She must have not just put it on her report, but we've got her no matter what. We've got her dead to rights.
Yep.
Anything she says is admissible or whatever." We've got her. And then the next shot is Lily and Jen in the car. And it
they're
was so
fucked.
weird
Yeah.
because she smiled and then it went back to them. And I'm like, why is she smiling in that car? And then it went back in the car and they're smiling and joking around saying that, oh, we got him.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah,
It was awesome.
before. It was good editing. It was before you
Perfect.
saw, so you were like, "What the fuck is going on?" They seemed pretty happy, but yeah, because they were just happy because they fucking played that old son of a bitch.
They did. And that's hard to do.
Yeah, because he's sharp.
He's
Yeah,
very sharp.
He's a hawk. So they get the footage. They go back to, or Lily goes back to Jamie's house. Now they're close. And Jamie has obviously not gotten over. I don't think he's had a girlfriend in 2 years. And he's like, we've just been waiting.
Definitely
for
the
you."
bachelor life.
He was just
You can
waiting
tell.
for her to really just come back to his life.
Come back to her senses, too. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm still here, by the way.
And so they watch the footage, and it's good, man. I really like this, that it wasn't something stupid that they caught. You know, during the scenes, it's always like, wait a second. And it's like a guy wearing a wig or something. I'm like,
like someone in the background. And you're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
How did
some
anyone
guy
miss that?
filming or something like that?
Yeah.
Like, well, wait. But this, it was super subtle. They watch the footage and they see something weird on it. They see
I like,
ahead.
but before I like the way that they let you kind of discover it for yourself too, because they kept going, hey, what was that? He'd pause it and then it would zoom.
Yeah.
And then it'd zoom a little closer. I still didn't pick it up until he pointed it out.
Yeah,
But,
it was the flame effect on the fire. It was similar, or it was exactly the
duplicated.
same. It was duplicated, exactly.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's VFX, you know, that's fucking fake. And they're like, oh my God, you're right. Sergey didn't kill himself.
Nope.
That guy wasn't suicidal. He loved Russia.
He did.
Loved his country too much to kill
did.
himself. So, I mean, there's no way he was going to kill himself. So, so they know it's bullshit. And it's cool because it shows the next, I don't know if it's this episode or the next episode, but it shows them go through the process of editing. You know, or it shows them that they bring the body out and they pour it all and it goes in reverse.
Yeah, I can't remember. Was that the end of this episode or the beginning of 4?
It's either the beginning, but anyways,
Yeah.
it shows the entire thing. It's like an 8-man project.
It is.
They got a whole fucking set and crew out here.
Yeah, they got tablets. They got people dropping the body, placing the fire, and the positioning the body.
It's a production.
It is, and they do it all in reverse too. And
I like that
loved
shot, too.
I
Yeah,
thought
it's
that was
awesome.
brilliant. The way they put the show together is really, really cool. It's unique too. It's unlike a lot of things that I've seen. Like that giant reverse shot.
Oh yeah.
It was so well done. It was cool. Really, really cool.
So we got to talk about. So that's in episode 3. Episode 4 starts off with Force. He's talking to Katie, and we haven't talked about Katie yet. Katie's like Force's second in command. She's super fucking smart, and she's really like his counterpart.
Yeah,
she rivals Force at one point, and I don't know what episode, but Force says, "Well, Katie, you're smarter than me," and whatever. So she's a fucking genius.
Yeah, she is.
But they're watching a prediction of through the machine, the portal, the time machine, or whatever, and it's Lily dying in 2 days.
2 days. Yep.
Yeah,
and she's crawling, and you can see her crawling slowly. So wherever she is, she's crawling, trying to survive, but she ends up dying.
and it's a great scene because they both argue how no matter what they could do, it couldn't change or whatever, and it's a really good scene. But Lily and Jamie, they argue over whether to go to the police, and I think it's Lily who says, no, the police aren't going to fucking do anything.
Well, of course not. I mean, this company's so high up. Like,
Yeah.
You're talking about Russian spies. Do you think the cops are going to be able to do anything about this or even believe you?
And even if you showed a cop, I think the evidence, he'd be like, I don't know enough about
Look,
that.
this is above my pay grade.
I don't know enough about fire. I mean, you should be showing this to a fireman. This is over my head. So they eventually decide not to go to the police.
Yeah.
Of course, leave those fucking cops out of it.
Yes.
So Ken, he waits for Lily outside her apartment, and this is a great scene because Pete is a homeless guy, and Pete's a fucking badass.
He is badass. He's a nice guy, too.
But I immediately got a bad feeling about what's gonna
I know, 'cause
happen
I
to
was
Pete.
like, well, and Kenton says, you're not scared of me.
That
are
was
you?
such a good
He
scene
goes, no, not at all.
because it's obviously this thing of fucking Pete immediately sees the authority figure and immediately knows that he's fucking government or something, you know, and the homeless people, you know, they're not ones to like people in suits or anything like that. So,
or
any kind of establishment. So Pete's like, I'm not scared of you. And Ken's like, yeah, I'm trying to figure out why, though. It's a good scene. Again, shows you that Ken is a fucking psychopath.
Yeah, and I love how Pete was like, "Oh, you're waiting for her to pick her up." He goes, "I think she left you something," and he points up to the window.
Yeah.
And it's the sign that says "fuck off," but that was actually intended for Anton. But it was funny that Kenton saw that.
And what we know about Ken is he has seen something. He knows. He doesn't. I mean, he's just security, so he's not a tech guy or anything.
No.
But Forrest trusts him enough to where he has showed or revealed what is going to happen, and they talk about it how it's. I mean, they don't ever say it, but it's. I mean, it's Earth ending, right?
Yes, it is.
Because they talk about how
Apocalyptic.
it's never nothing's going to matter. I mean, the weekend doesn't matter or whatever. Because Ken, this is not this episode, but Ken goes to one of Forrest's house. Because remember, Forrest has one house that is obviously his house when he got started up.
Yep.
And it's not untouched. You know, his daughter's room's there or whatever. And Ken goes to him and kind of tells him, you got to forget about the past.
Yeah.
He's like, how the fuck do I forget about the past when I got a machine and lets me go back and watch the fucking.
Well, and how do I forget about the past when there's a 500-foot statue of Amaya, my daughter, out in the field? I mean, I didn't think this thing through, Ken. I mean, good Lord.
But it's to the point where he's like, he drives the same car. He drives everything. He's like, why don't you at least get an electric car?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, it's better for the environment. And he's like, is it really gonna matter? Ken's like, oh, I guess you're fucking right.
You gotta
Drive a Hummer
point.
if you want. This bitch is going up in flames. So he's like, yeah, I guess right. Forrest, again, he's just a fucking genius. You know, he's super smart and he's seen everything. So, you know, he probably knows everything that's gonna happen. He's probably a god at this point where he knows what everything's gonna happen. But yeah, so Ken or Pete eventually tells Ken to fuck off.
Yep.
And Ken doesn't. He just stays there.
Of course not.
I mean, he's making the rules, not fucking Pete's. But Ken pressures Lily into seeing a psychiatrist.
That was a good scene, too. He's like, just get in the car.
Yeah.
And that, like, in a very forceful way. It was very scary, intimidating.
Because you immediately know that they have to have on paper that she's fucking nuts.
Mm-hmm.
So they got to go, and that will give them reason.
And the psychiatrist is paid off. It's one of theirs.
It's one. Immediately, as soon as you see the guy, you see,
like,
see him in other movies, and you're like, oh, this guy's always fucking bad. Like, yeah. So you see the guy, and yeah, because he reveals, and you know she's lying to him immediately, because she's saying she blanked out. And he's like, you could tell me anything.
He's like, what do you think happened then?
Yeah, and I think she did kind of tell him everything.
She did, yeah.
Which was a bad fucking move.
Not good.
Because he did fucking pretend. I mean, he faked her out into thinking, oh, maybe this guy's actually a psychiatrist. Mm-hmm. Not at all. Because as soon as she leaves the office, Ken goes in there, and
He's
the guy
like,
tells her
I
everything.
gotta get the invoice real quick. Shuts the door behind him.
He's in there for 30 minutes, and that guy's telling her everything. Yeah.
About the conversation.
He says, the guy, he's like, yeah, Lily, she's not schizophrenic at all.
At all. She's been playing you.
Playing you like a fucking fiddle, Ken, you stupid shit. And
losing your step, old man.
Yeah, he doesn't say that to the doctor. The doctor's like, I can't say 100%, but he's like, it's for real.
Yeah,
like,
she's definitely not.
And Ken's like, oh, fuck, this isn't good. But he gets the fucking doctor to say she's crazy anyways. Yep. So they're driving in the car. Not a good fucking scene, especially if you're a woman, I can imagine, to this guy not taking you home.
Not telling you where you're going.
But man, I mean, I'm thinking that I'm in this position. I'm like, what? I'm of course going for that will. Like, what am I? Do you think I'm going to get to the place you're going to take me?
In the front seat
should have not told me until we were a block away, because I am yanking that bitch 10 times out of 10.
Oh, I'm taking my chances in the car accident.
I'm going to eat myself out of this window before I take my chances with you psychopath. And she does, of course. She fucking... Yes. And he immediately crashes into a barrier, yeah. And it's not good because he's bleeding from a stab wound again, and he's got all kinds of fucking... He's sacrificing more for this company
than I've seen a lot of people do for their other companies.
Absolutely,
that they work for.
But so Lily, she fucking flies off, and we got to mention during when she was in the psychiatry place, she talked about her mom and how she didn't have a good relationship with her mom.
But they always pretend that they have a good relationship.
She moved back to Hong Kong or something, and they never. But really,
and his mom, or her mom rather, remarried, and she only has half brothers, but she considers herself an only child.
And really, it just shows you that Lily is completely alone. Besides Jamie at this point. But she has no friends, because we got that scene when she's talking to her mom, and she's like, yeah, all my friends are over. Brutal. And
in the living room was completely
empty. Yeah.
When it does show you too, I mean, it does a good job of showing like how alone Lily was, and that Sergey really was the only person in her life.
But it really goes to show you how good of a job this company did to making everyone feel alone and feeling like the company's the only place that you could be yourself or whatever.
Yep.
So Lily, she gets away, and Ken, he's all fucked up, you know. While this is going on, another dev, Lyndon, who's like a 15-year-old.
Super genius. Yeah. And I love him, Lyndon, and what's the other guy's name? I want to say...
It's such a great...
dynamic
relationship.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely, yeah. It's...
what is the name of that character? Why can I not think of it?
It's Stuart.
Stuart, yes, that's right. There you go,
yeah, Stuart. Yeah, and Stuart's the oldest guy there. He's like, he's a boomer. He's really
super old. Yeah.
So I have a place for a dev for sure.
And isn't this the episode? I don't want to jump around, but we're on 4 now. I love that scene where those two are watching
Marilyn Monroe
and Garfield Or
it's Arthur Miller.
Arthur Miller. Thank you.
Yeah.
The guy who wrote the Crucible.
Death of a Salesman.
Death of a Salesman is the most famous one, yeah. In my opinion, my favorite, but
well, that's the one they make you fucking read at school. Death of a Salesman. It's great though. Yeah, but because he was married, they're watching their sex tape. Yeah, but why would you not go for the JFK Marilyn Monroe sex tape?
Of course. Well, it would have been probably too controversial.
Yeah, why go for the legit? They were actually married. Why not go immediately for everyone knows? Mm-hmm. Why not go? I mean, if you're gonna watch,
let's go the safe route here.
yeah. I mean, she probably had sex with JFK more than she had sex with Arthur Miller, unfortunately for that guy. Yeah. But yeah, I like that, and because Katie comes in and was like, "We can't do this," and everyone was like, "Who cares?" I mean, it's. What we're doing here is already kind of wrong, I feel like. But they're like, but Katie says, no, you can't get into personal lives or something like that. Mm-hmm. It's a weird fucking rule. They have two rules.
I know, it's so
Don't
weird.
look in the future and no personal shit.
Okay.
And they working in a place where there's no passwords.
Yeah.
Force makes it clear, no passwords. You can get into any place, anywhere you want. Nothing's locked for you. You can do whatever you want. But, the dynamic between Lyndon, the really young one, and the old one is great. They're like best friends.
It is,
It's super cute, you know. You want a whole little series onto them.
Just those two
those guys
figuring out quantum
cyber crimes.
Yeah.
And doing that. But Lyndon, she fucking, it's played by a female, actually, but it is a male in the show. He figures out he cracks the code. He swaps this one algorithm in for another algorithm, you know, more science bullshit, yada, yada. And he figures out how they can go back and listen to crystal clear
audio.
And
before 2,000 years ago from the death or the crucifixion of Christ.
Anywhere, really.
Yeah.
But
that was the audio he pulled out.
Well, yeah, you got to go to Jesus.
Of course. It's the most famous, you know.
I mean, everyone wants to hear that guy talk.
Yeah.
I don't really think there's another one you could go to.
No, I don't think that would.
I can't think of
top
one.
That one. No.
Yeah, maybe Buddha. I'm sure he said some interesting stuff, but he didn't have nearly as a controversial death.
He did not.
And they always get him right on the cross too, so he's saying some really wild shit.
Oh, of course.
But yeah, they go back and they hear it fucking crystal clear, and it's super cool. You know, he's speaking Aramaic.
Aramaic, and everyone is just like in awe. Everyone's like congratulating one another.
Well, they're congratulating Lyndon.
Him more specifically, but everyone's just having a good time, and then Forrest comes.
Yep.
And a little bit of a Debbie Downer, I'd say.
I'd fucking say a real buzzkill.
Yeah. And he comes in and says that he has corrupted everything that this devs organization stands for. Yep. And he fires Lyndon on the spot.
Yes. But for why? What was the reason? It was something crazy because they somehow insert just a theory or whatever that it's Jesus Christ, but it's not him.
But it could, like there could be one piece of hair. That's the analogy they use.
Well, that's just the analogy, but it could be a particle off. And he says if it's a particle off, then it's not really him. It's not our Jesus. And they say, bullshit, it's him. I mean, it's 100%. It's him what he's saying. There's nothing. But he says, if it's one hair, it's not him. And it's obviously a bigger reason for him saying this because it's the whole thing of
he wants his daughter back.
Yeah, and if it's not, if there's one hair off on his daughter's head, it's not his daughter.
It's not his daughter. So therefore, it's not Jesus.
So yeah, exactly. It makes sense.
It does,
it makes sense, but I mean, not enough to fire her.
No, of course not.
Because it's groundbreaking.
Oh, my God. And he does not hold back at all for us.
Well, he makes a example out of her. Yeah. Because he had to. What he says. I mean, he literally says that. He says, look, this is a message to all of you. He goes, if you fuck... Yeah. He literally says, if you fuck with my plan... And then, but it's awesome because Lyndon and Stewart, they have a moment because Lyndon's all fired up, you know, he doesn't want to go.
Oh, of course, no.
But Stewart says, get out of here now. You know, it gets real fucking serious.
Well, he goes,
and Lynn's Lynn's like, you just want me to leave, never come back? Because they get $10 million.
$10 million severance pay or whatever, yeah.
And
it's quite a lot of money when you're 15 years old.
And Stewart's like, listen to him. And then Lynn's like, why? And Stewart says, he will kill you.
And you know he will kill you.
Yeah.
He goes, you need to calm down and you need to leave.
He goes, you are super fucking rich. You're what, 12?
Yeah, 12, 13.
You're probably one of the smartest people in the world. You could start your own company. But, I mean, how do you leave? How could you leave with, I mean, that's like fucking drinking out of the Grail and then saying no more. You can't. You got it. I mean, we're going to see more Lyndon. I guarantee something's going to happen where it's going to be something crazy.
That's crazy though. I didn't know that was played by a female. You're right, Kaylee Spinay.
Yeah, man, you didn't know that was. I mean, no Adam's apple, man. It's clear.
I guess I wasn't paying that close attention. I don't know.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I've seen the girl in other things actually before. She's been in quite a few things, but yeah, a great role for sure.
She was in Pacific Rim, Bad Time at the El Royale.
She plays her little sister. Remember the really crazy one.
She was in Vice too.
And she's in the second Pacific Rim, not the first one.
No, Uprising.
Let's make that clear.
Yes, the second one.
The worst one for sure. But yeah, so she's fired. She's fucking out of there. Lyndon, kick rocks with your shitty $10 million, you fucking poor ass. You're never going to get a job again.
Never.
Smartest person ever. But I mean, it's a risk for force in my mind.
It is.
Like, there's no way you hold that information in.
No, and not only that, but to fire someone over that just seemed just completely over the top. And Katie's got a big problem with this. She goes, why in the hell did you fire him?
Well, she says that was your best developer.
Yeah, by far.
Yeah, she said, I mean,
and
well, obviously, why else would you hire
15?
A lot of fucking upside on that one. But Katie says, why? But then Katie goes, but you knew you were going to fire her already. Yeah. And he doesn't say anything, but he knows. Because he's fucking in that room all goddamn day.
All the time.
No one else is allowed to see the future, but he's just
watching the future every day.
Absorbing it. Yeah. And I'm telling you, he's going to become fucking godlike at some point, where he's going to get into a fight and he's going to know everyone's fighting moves and stuff like that.
It's like Upgrade, in a sense, the combat.
Yeah, where he's going to know everyone's next move. But, yeah, so Katie applies Lyndon's algorithm to light waves, though. Again, something just super easy.
Quantum talk, whatever, science talk.
It seems so simple. They just plugged in one theory and then everything fucking works. I'm like, no one thought about that once?
It didn't take more weeks to develop. It was just
she did it in 5 minutes. Like, it was so simple. Like,
what are you guys working on 8 hours a day? Like, maybe for us, this isn't the greatest strategy because it seems like your employees can get shit done in 5 minutes if they wanted to.
But it's a great fucking scene.
It is.
Because we know exactly what it is, because it's the same, because throughout the 4 episodes, he's watching the same scene of his little girl.
Blowing bubbles.
In a room. It's the same thing over time. And she plugs it on and she leaves, and he gives a great reaction. He goes, oh, fuck. As soon as he sees it, because he knows, even though, because he's fucking bullshitting, because even though it's a hair off or a particle off or whatever.
Oh, he's still very emotional about it.
Because it's her in every way.
Every single way. It looks identical to her.
Except there might be one fucking thing off because it's a prediction. Of
course.
It's taking so many, and we don't know how it works. It's taking so many different things and predicting it. So, but he sees it, and it's very emotional for him. Yeah, it's a big moment. But then it cuts off to Lily Lily runs to Jamie's apartment after the car wreck. She's a little fucked up, a little dusty.
I would say so.
And Jamie's like, what the hell's going on here? And she calls the police. Says, I want to report a murder 2 days ago. And they, do police shit. I don't know. Say, all right, stay there or whatever. Yeah. And the police come,
but they're accompanied by someone else.
It's never a good light for the police. It's
not.
They're always arresting the wrong person.
The wrong person.
They arrive with the psychiatrist and Kenton. And this is it's a scary scene because it's just fucking. Anytime someone gets locked into like an insane asylum or something when they're not
against
supposed to
their
be there,
will,
it's always fucking freaky to me.
Oh my god, it's terrible.
Because you can't say anything to not sound crazy.
Crazy, yeah. It would be the most terrifying scenario of all time if like police officers came in and arrested you. You're knowing you're not crazy, and it's like
nothing you can do.
Nothing, because they think you
like,
are. And that's
what can I say to get me out of there? And you're like, oh, you're just fucking nuts.
You're admitted. That's it. Like it's over with. It's terrifying.
It's horrible, man. But it happens so often. I mean, it obviously doesn't happen as much in the real world, but it happens a lot in the TV world, man, where they're just popping people.
Everyone in these psychiatrists
But they say it's for a good reason. They say it's because she was a threat to herself. Anytime you're a threat to yourself, your psychiatrist got to call the police. It's the only time.
Obviously, Kenton said that she just he was taking her home, and she randomly just grabbed the wheel and turned it into the barricade.
Yeah.
And crashed. Which
I don't know how this is gonna go down
I don't
unless they're gonna fake that footage also because you'd be able to see that he passed her exit
oh, for sure, yeah.
where they crashed.
Well,
So
because
you'd
she
be able to
was-
just say, well, yeah, he was a little farther.
He's like, no, I just missed the exit. I just wasn't paying close enough attention.
yeah, I mean,
don't know.
yeah, I don't know. Well, then it just gets me more excited for episode 5.
I can't wait. I can't wait to finish this.
So that all happens. She gets arrested. The cops leave,
Mm-hmm.
but Kitten doesn't leave.
No, he doesn't. He walks down Jamie and says, "Get your ass back in that apartment."
Oh my god! In a scary fucking scene, he
Mm-hmm.
throws him like kind of like strangle. I mean, it's gonna look bad for him if he kills him there because the cop was just there. Be like,
2
I
minutes
saw
ago.
that guy.
Cops like comes back. He's like, "Oh, I forgot something. Oh, what the hell is going on here?"
The police
Kenton?"
report's gonna be weird. Like, I saw that guy 30 seconds ago, and now he's never been seen for him
ever
again.
again. Yeah,
But of course, when you can doctor any footage, I guess it kind of helps that you can do anything.
it's a good card to have in your back pocket.
So yeah, because Ken knew obviously that she was getting helped or whatever, and that's the last scene is Ken closing the blinds.
Yep,
And that's it. We don't know if Jamie's fucking
dead
dead.
or alive.
What are
I have
your
no idea.
theories? Dead?
I'm gonna go with. I have no idea.
I mean,
I
you don't
would
have
say-
a theory?
Well, would it make sense to kill Jamie right on the spot like that? No, I don't think Kenton's going to kill him. I think that's dumb. The police were literally just there. And so the next day the guy goes missing and
I know.
no one's going to question Kenton.
Yeah.
That's my only thing. But I could have swore I heard like a or something like that when he was walking him down and they went out of frame. So I don't know. Maybe he's dead. Maybe he's not. Why did
Yeah.
he close the blinds? Is he going to kill him? Is he going to torture him? What? I have no idea. I don't even have a theory.
I don't know. I mean, what information could he get out of Jamie? That would even
Nothing
need.
really besides what he knows.
Yeah, but even that, I mean, they would kill him anyways. I mean,
It's true.
yeah. So it's just exciting because really at this point you have no idea what because it's taken so many fucking turns that you couldn't predict. I'm just so fucking excited to see more about that fucking machine, and I'm just excited to see where they go with that.
Same.
Are they going to show what happens to the end of the world? Lily's definitely going to get fucking in there, and she's going to be able to see something crazy or something like that. But something insane's going to happen.
The way this show's shaken out, man. I mean, we could see Lily actually die in the next 2 episodes. It's a possibility.
well, that's
They
why
just
I'm
moved
not-
the story forward.
That's why I'm not saying Jamie's not just fucking dead.
Yeah.
And we may never see Jamie fucking
It's true.
Never
Maybe
hear
he's
from him
dead.
again, yeah.
Everyone's dead. I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, what are the next 4 episodes going to be? Lily in a mental hospital?
I know it almost. Yeah, I don't know because at this point it almost seems like we're getting to the climax already, and it's only episode 4, and we have 4 more.
How the fuck is Lily going to get out of the hospital?
out of the hospital? Yeah, psychiatric commitment. It's like what? How is that going to work? We don't know.
And they can do anything, hack into anything. I mean, they can do fucking
As you
anything.
said,
you're not
doctor
safe
footage.
anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm excited. This show is, I mean, it's better than I thought it was going to be. I mean,
For sure.
I didn't think it was going to be bad or anything. Alex Garland, I should have known, but look, he's writing and directing every fucking episode. That's a good sign.
That's a great
Yeah.
sign. Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of blown my expectations
Out of the water
Yeah.
for sure. Mine as well because
Especially the first 50 minutes, I thought, oh no, this is going to be a snoozer.
Yep.
This
was
is
gonna
going to be
be-
way too wordy, but it's not that at all. It's a
No.
simple fucking process once you get down to it.
And it's artistic too in a lot of ways. Like
Oh, yeah.
that reverse shot too. I really enjoyed that. I don't know for whatever reason. I just have never seen something like that before.
Well, it's him. We know
Yeah.
from fucking Ex Machina and Annihilation.
Annihilation,
that
for
he
sure.
is
He takes
great with the
chances.
camera.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. I still fucking haunts me that bear scene from Annihilation.
Oh, where you hear the human screams in it. 'Cause
Just-
That's the last thing that
That is fucking dark.
terrifying. And bears, man, they
A
eat your
dark-
ass first.
Oh yeah.
I'm serious. You got to be careful with a bear. I would much rather be killed by a tiger than a bear because a tiger will grab you by the neck and knock you out before it eats you. A bear will hold you down.
Bears,
and
they
eat
have
your
such
legs.
powerful jaws too,
Yeah.
man. They could just crush bone, and it's always a long process.
Super long.
There's videos of people getting attacked and calling while they're on the phone and be like, I'm eaten by a bear, and it goes on for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It's never fucking quick with the fucking bears.
Well, they have that one footage of the grizzly bear man, and when him and his
Grizzly man,
or
yeah.
grizzly man, whatever, him
Yeah.
and his wife getting eaten, and
Yeah.
that audio is just horrific.
Yeah, have you ever watched that documentary?
I think so. Actually, yeah, I have watched that.
Yeah, you
documentary.
probably because when it came out, it was crazy. Because one, he says the F word like 300 times in it. So like when that came out, it was crazy because he was fucking. The grizzly man was nuts.
Oh, he was bona fide crazy.
He loved bears so much.
Too much.
Too much to where they ended up fucking killing him.
him.
Anyways, I don't know why we're talking about Grizzly Man.
Not quite sure.
But that is Devs, our first episode for TV Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
That's 1 through 4. If
5
you
through 8
haven't watched it
coming
yet,
next week.
catch up and watch 5 through 8.
Yes, sir. Alrighty, well that's our review. If you guys like what you see here, if you're on YouTube, be sure to like this video, comment below, and be sure to subscribe to our channel. We appreciate everyone subscribing and growing our channel. It's really helped. Our podcast audio format, Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Stitcher. Social media pages, Twitter, Seen It Podcast. Cash is on Twitter. That's just Cash. Instagram, Have You Seen It? Facebook, Have You Seen It Podcast. My name is Mason Knight. That over there is Cash Kraus, and until next time.
Adios.